Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the post market show. So, end to the week and an end on a bearish note. And this was expected. If you had seen yesterday's video, we were expecting this week to be the fifth consecutive weekly closing in the red. And this has happened for the first time in the last 15 months. So, you can imagine the amount of bearishness that is going on around the market. So, things are looking pretty bearish. I would say all sectors ending in the red. FII is selling in a huge amount. Uh, it was all red, absolute bloodbath everywhere. So after Thursday, where we saw such up moves in the market, Nifty almost going as close as 19,000, 600, and Back Nifty going very close to 45,000 from there, just in a matter of not even 2 days, 1.5 trading sessions, I would say. Back Nifty down by 1,000 point, Nifty down to its lowest point, and things are absolutely bearish right now. So let's look into the charts and see what has happened. I have the weekly chart in front of me. This is the Nifty's weekly chart, and you can see 5 candles of continuous bearish closing. It looks like the temporary top has been formed in Nifty, and markets are on a bearish trend, and it continues to do so. Let's look into the daily charts as well, and you can see in the daily charts as well, markets had a pullback and then a huge gap down, markets moving down from there. And coming to the intraday charts with the levels, let's find these levels. Okay, so over here you can see markets straight away opened with a gap down, and that was massive because we were expecting a gap down. US markets were bearish, and you can see the trading range. It was exactly the resistances and supports or the levels that we had marked: 19,334 on the upside, 19,233 on the downside. Markets trading within 100-point range, and it was a gap down. There was no sign of recovery whatsoever. And you can see markets closing almost at the lowest point of the day. Nifty down by 0.62% or almost close to 120.9 points. Nifty is absolutely weak. And coming to the Back Nifty is back to 44,167 or 150, should I say. And even 150 was broken, as you can see, at one point around 10:15, and the markets fell as close to 44,000, and then it recovered slightly and is trading around there. So this is the story. Back Nifty again down, Nifty down, everything looks pretty bearish, and mid caps, small caps weren't spared today like they usually are, and mid caps are down by 0.8%, and small caps are also down by 0.24%. So it's I would say overall selling across sectors, across different categories as well: mid cap, small cap, and large cap. So across board, everything is in red. You can see sector wise, everything is in the red. Nothing much to discuss here. Let's look at sectors which have fell by most. So at here I can see it was the PSU Bank Index once again closing the weakest, 1.5% down to say as a sector as a whole. Nifty Metals fell by 1.26%. Nifty FMCG fallen by more than 1.02%. And what else is there? Everything is in red, but energy is down by 0.72%. Pharmaceutical index is down by 1.11%. So everywhere it seems that nothing is going right now. Everything is falling. And I'm not discussing the other sectors because everything has fallen. They are between 0 to 1 and 1%. So nothing much to discuss there. And as you can see, more than 90% of the Nifty stocks has fallen today. But there are some outliers, and stocks like Bajaj Finance moving up by 1.04%. Then we have ICICI Bank up by 0.15%. Bajaj FinServ, so Bajaj group of stocks both up by 1 and 2% respectively. Asian Paints doing well. ONGC also doing well. So apart from these, few stocks, nothing is in the green. Everything is in the red. Thankfully, Geo Financials today did fall, but it did not get into the lower circuit. Overall, 0.49% down. But if you look at the Nifty draggers, again HDFC Bank, the villain of the day, 1.13% down, lowest, dragging the market by the highest points, I would say, followed by ITC, L&T, Reliance Industries, once again the culprit, State Bank, M&M. So and the rest follows. So everything, all the like most I would say high weightage stocks have fallen today. FII selling figures shows a huge 4,638 crore, and this includes a block deal in Paytm shares, I think. So that is there, but still it is a massive selling. DIIs have tried to support the market, but buying just 1,400 crore did not matter much, I would say. So this is the situation. Everything is in red right now. Talking about economic data, we do have some data coming out today, especially the German GDP growth data. It came out at negative. That means there is no growth. In fact, it's stagnating. So 0.02 percentage. It's in the negative. So that is you can see the German economy shrinking by 0.2 percentage year on year. So that is again not a good sign, I would say. What else do we have? We have the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's speech. So that has happened, and the Jackson Hole Symposium, as you know, that is going on. So let's see the effect of his speech on the US markets. Is there any signs or not? Okay, so after his speech, US markets right now are in the positive. So that is interesting. Definitely interesting. 0.28 percentage in the green is S&P 500. Okay, so let's look at the 15-minute chart to gauge. So markets open with a gap up, fell straight down. Again, it is moving back up. So it is stabilizing somewhere in the middle. Dow Jones is also up by 0.5 percentage. Nasdaq is also up by 0.27 percentage. So US market is trying to recover, I would say, trying to make a base, but let's see how it ends this week, and that would be important for the coming weeks. European markets, let's look at that. UK markets doing pretty well. 0.42 percentage up is the UK markets. French markets and German markets are also very slightly up, so nothing much to see over there. And coming to the Asian market, let's look at that. Okay, Chinese market is up by 0.35 percentage, but rest all other markets are in the red, especially okay, Japanese market has taken the hit today, down by 2.05 percentage, a gap down, and markets moving down. Hong Kong markets similarly 1.4 percentage down. You remember these markets were doing well, but now they're coming under selling pressure. Korean markets are down by 0.73 percentage. This is the overall market. Look at the Australian market once. Okay, Australian market is also on the downtrend, consolidating with a negative bias, I would say. Yeah, that is the situation. So nothing significant, I would say, from the global markets right now. I would say it's kind of stabilizing somewhere, and the crude oil prices continue to fall. It's at 8.9, and at one point did shoot up around 80, but it is again back down. Talking about gold prices, let's look at that. Okay, gold prices have secondary resistance over there. This looks like a pullback. It was a long-term downtrend. Markets were moving down, it moved up, and this is where people are shorting again. So this is a very good place to create another short position, I would say. Take the high of 1923.25 as resistance, and you can short over here. Looks like a good opportunity, and you can expect a target to 1868. That should be a good target, I would suppose. This is the situation. And coming to other things, let's look at currency. The dollar index is on the move. It's moving higher. That signifies more weakness for the equity markets, and that is what we are witnessing as well. And okay, USD INR is Indian rupees slowly getting weaker. 82.6 is the level right now, but against euro and the pound sterling, it is still going strong. 89.17 is the euro INR rate, looking good over there. And we have the pound sterling. It is at 103.88. So this is good. It is back to July levels, I would say. Yeah. So this is the Indian rupee. I would say it is doing fairly well compared to the other the indices especially. So this is the situation, and let's look at open interest and to see where things are. And you can see, or you can imagine as well, that people who have sold call options just closing their eyes. Put call ratio is at 0.67. Extreme bearishness is what it is indicating, and call options have been sold across board, and this is the monthly expiry, mind you. So 19,300, 400, 500 had huge call options. On an intraday basis, 19300 added the huge call options. No put options have been added anywhere, but on an overall basis 19,000 has some puts, and this is probably people who have sold it on the starting of the month. Coming back or going back to, I would say, back nifty, let's look at this, the open interest over here. Back nifty again, I would say put call ratio a little better than nifty, but still it is below 1. It's at 0.82, indicating bearishness as well. 44,000 is the support, and calls have been written at 44,500 and 45,000. Okay, these could have been written from I would say from the earlier in the month. So this is not the true indication, but today's price action, as you can see, a lot of calls have been added right from 44,200 and above. So, and 44,000 looks like a good support. So let's see what happens if market breaks through these levels, and then what happens. But markets, remind you, did at one point of time did break that, but then it moved up. So things are looking, I would say, slightly better in nifty, back nifty, but nifty is definitely weak. So again, this week another down move in nifty. Gift nifty already indicating 19,233, 160 points down. Obviously we have the weekend ahead, so depending on how the US markets close today, and if there's any development over the weekend, that will be impacting the markets. But apart from that, if nothing else happens and markets are bearish, so expect, once 233 is broken, expect the markets to go and take resistance around 19,180, and then the good support, I would say, is at 19,013 levels. So that is going to come pretty fast, is what I expect. So these are the levels to watch out. And upside 9334, 430, 500, you know the levels we have talked about multiple times. Looks like it's difficult to reach those levels right now. Similarly with back nifty as well, downside 43,740 has been a very, very good support for the markets, but the way it is moving, if that is tested one more time or two more times, I guess that would be broken, and 43,470 might come pretty fast, and then 43,000 is a support. Upside now 45,000 is going to be acting as a huge resistance, and in between 44,500 is definitely there. So this is the situation now. As you know, everything is looking bearish once again, with a bearish closing, fifth bearish closing I must add, and it continues to make lower lows on a weekly basis. That is not a good sign on a if you're looking at weekly charts, which has more impact over the daily charts. So that is the situation. I had suggested that until and unless 19,500 and above, we get a closing above that, there's no point of being bullish, and that hasn't happened yet. So the stance is definitely bearish, and let's see what happens next week. So this is all from my side. Thank you for watching.